So when Grandpa died so he died in '44. So
Yes.
when the war was ending, was there much effect on World War II on Jamaica, or is?
But I don't. Going back, I didn't know. I didn't know about all that part because I wasn't. What was I going to say now? Per se? I wouldn't know.
Okay. What was the typical family dinner like?
I mean, what? I mean, food?
Food, or everybody eat together.
Sure.
Yeah.
We always eat together. It's only if anybody goes out and not coming back within the dinner time. But we always as family eat together. If it's one master that we have, we all enjoy together. Yeah. We're very close to that.
Yeah. So when you had just the three rooms, where did everybody sleep?
Everybody sleep. Mom and dad sleep together, and the kids, the girls sleep together, and the boys sleep together. And sometimes, but we were so close that it doesn't really matter. It really didn't really matter. It's not like if you have a special room for the girls and the boys.
Yeah.
The boy could end up in the girl room and the girl could end up in the boys' room. But I'm quite sure Rupert and I used to sleep together. Where Hector used to sleep, yes. Yes, Hector used to sleep with us too. As a boy. Yeah.
How were the holidays like birthdays and Christmas celebrated?
There was not much to celebrate really. Because money was that tight with the family at that time. We were just barely surviving. See, we enjoy ourselves as Christmas, yes. As kids, knowing that it's Christmas, we always find out. The parents always find meals for us, but gifts not very much. You get something, but they are so insignificant at that time that right now I don't remember.
Okay. When you look back at the world it is today, how would you say it's different from when you were a child?
So far, difference is not funny. Completely different. Completely different.
I mean, even if you were to be back in Jamaica now, so a large difference. What are the things that you find different between now and then?
In Jamaica?
Or Jamaica or life now, whether it be Jamaica or here?
Life is completely different because the way people live now is completely different at that time and now. Because right now people has more chances of getting more work, occupied with work and things like that. At that time you didn't have much work in the islands. Jamaica was very poor at that time.
Yeah. What do you know about the family surname?
Family surname?
Yeah. So when people came from Scotland, but do you know? Do you know the story background of why they came?
No. I don't know about that. You're a better question.
Yeah, it's just to get the stories and find out. Do you remember your parents telling you any family stories that might have come down from your grandparents, or are there things like that? Okay.
They might have, but I don't remember.
Okay. So, did you meet Aunt Ruby here or back home?
Who? My wife?
Yeah.
Met in Jamaica.
Okay.
My wife came from a place called Uriton.
Okay.
That's just about 1922 more. Let's see now. Now it's about 15 miles because of the new roads and things like that. At that time, you have the roads differently, so it goes in and out. It's just 21 miles. Maya is from Spanish Town.
Okay.
But I met her at Spanish Town.
So when did you decide to come up to Canada?
1964.
Okay. And so did you go straight to Montreal, or was there any?
Yep.
Okay. So why did you pick there?
My sister was there.
Okay.
Sister,
So,
the Hazel.
okay.
They applied for us.
Okay. So they sponsored you.
Yeah.
All right. And so you came up, and then were you? I remember you were at the hospital a long time. The home for like, was it a hospital or a
It's
home?
a Douglas Hospital. The name was Verdun Pedestrian Hospital, a mental institution.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I think it was running by the English or the province. No, not the province, because it wasn't the government. And after the government took over, they named the place Douglas Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know you were there a long time, but was that the first place you worked when you
First and last job.
came? Okay. So you came, I remember you were there a long time. Yeah. And Inez worked there too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Was she up before you or after you?
What?
Did she come up to Canada before or after you?
She came in Canada before me. She was in England before. She left from Jamaica, go to England. She immigrated from England to Canada.
Okay.
And she got here before me.
Okay. So I had two sisters in Montreal, and then Mom would have been out this way.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was in Toronto, yes.
Yeah.
She and our cousin dear Palmer, they came from England. I think the Palmer was here before. I don't know what the situation between them at the time. But they was living out in Toronto, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Auntie Nez and Auntie Hazel with her husband Cliff, and then Winston, and then I think Winston came up before me, yes. And then I came up after. The family gradually import each other then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So only Aunt Rosa stayed.
She was in Jamaica because she was running a business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everyone else left. Uncle Hector went to the States.
Yes, he came up through Canada and go into the States.
Oh, okay.
Because if not, he came up as an immigration in Canada and get his immigration paper here and becomes a Canadian citizen and get down. I think that's how it goes. I think that's how it goes.
Okay. So what was it that you did at the hospital again?
Teaching woodwork.
Okay, yes, I remember that. Yeah. So were there any, you're teaching woodwork at a mental institution. Was there any ever scary moments?
Oh, always.
Yeah.
So much scary moments that sometimes you don't even remember them.
Mm-hmm.
You have to try to remember the more serious ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We had a patient by the name of Gordon Spence. He hallucinates a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the day we had these patients sanding chairs and sanding chairs and taking chairs apart, repairing tables and all kind of things. And he was sitting by a window. We were in the basement. That's where this workshop was. And there was a couple of windows in the back of the place. And you have 3 or 4 guys lined up there on a workbench sanding. And he was at nearby one. And it was snowing. The windows was open for vent, and the screen, and it was snowing. And when the snow blows the snow on the screen, the warmth from the shop melts it, and then it becomes water and the breeze blows. And apparently it blows on him, you know. So I walk around and watch the patients, and it so happens that I hear him talking. So I thought he was talking to me. So I didn't ask him if he was talking to me. I keep continuing going around. And I realized him said, "What the hell are you blowing your water on me for?" You know? I'm not using direct word, but apparently it means what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I said, "Mr. Spencer, you're talking to me?" And before I said that, the chair was up in the air to hit me. And I had to shout at him, "What are you going to do?" I was so scared I could not move. Neither did he make an attempt to hit me. And when he realized to himself, he saw he has a chair in his hand. He said, "Mr. Ken, what am I doing with the chair in my hand?" I said, "I don't know. You put it back down and go stand and do your work." So it just finished like that. But if I had moved, I'd had it. Yeah? So that was one of the scariest moments that I had. Different from me cutting this finger. Different from me cutting off this finger in the wood shop.
So how did that happen?
Well, we were using a jointer at the time, and the piece of plank had a notch on it, and while pushing the wood like that, the notch catch the blade up there before, you know, because my hand way back here. And after the notch catch the blade, the wood jumps in, and my finger touch on the blade. Because the blade is spinning, you know, and just touch it like that and take off 7 pieces like a little piece of bacon. All right, that's what it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, stuff like that happens quick. So when you had your sons, why did you choose their names?
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer, because you never plans to have kids. You have them, and when you have them, then you pick a name. You didn't go pick names specially, and then you have them waiting for you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So the work that you did there, did you like doing it?
Very much so.
Okay. So never any regrets in wanting to do something else, or?
No, very satisfaction, because it came from my background working in construction as a carpenter before. So coming up and get a job. First, when I started, I wasn't in teaching woodwork. I was doing therapy assistant. I was a therapist assistant, just keeping patients occupied with scrapbooks and papers and little toys and things like that. But the department changed, and I encouraged my supervisor that we could do better. And we did do better.
Good.